Man, it's hot and humid today. Welcome back to Good Old RVing. I'm Greg, and today I'm going to be talking about the cutting and sizing for the 4-aught cables between my battle-born batteries. What's involved, what tools you need, and basically how to do it. Shouldn't take that long.
Hey everyone, this is the crimper that I purchased for more than just this one job. The dies are numbered, they're not by like fractional sizes. I believe they're metric sizes. And so the one I use is the 95 right here. It's a 12-ton hydraulic crimping tool. It's YQK-240, 12-ton. Yeah, 16 to 240 millimeter to the second. Okay, so that's what I got here. This is what I'm using for this project. Of course, can't really do the project without the proper cable. And so here, where I'm pointing, as you can see right here, says 4-aught gauge windynation Powerflex welding cable. Welding battery cable, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, welding battery cable. And so I got 10 foot of red and 10 foot of black. Okay, you have to have heat shrink to do it properly, and this heat shrink is lined with adhesive, so when you melt it, it adheres itself to the cable and the lug that you put on there. These are the cable ends. This particular one is the cable lug for 4-aught gauge wire, and the stud size is 5/16. So 4-aught wire right here, stud size right here, 5/16. Need a tape measure, pair of scissors. This is the part number for the heat shrink I got right here. I use these Husky cutters that I actually got when I was cutting pecs, but the blade is so nice and sharp, it does a good job with cutting back the insulation on the cable so I can put the lugs on. Then you need a marker. Then you have your cables. So I already did the one side. Now I'm gonna continue on the rest. I do it all with one tool at a time. So my first step is to measure what I need right here. I just put the cable up next to the lug, and you see I only bring it to this part of the lug right here, and so I'll mark it right here. That way I'll know where I need to cut it at. And I believe I've already marked them all, but because there's the mark right there. Okay, so let's get this done. If you notice, I didn't pull that all the way off because I wanted to keep the cable tight until I'm actually ready to put the lug on it. Okay, that takes care of all the stripping. Now what I'm going to do is cut the heat shrink. Okay, I need 6 at this length. And 6. Okay. Now I just slide these over the entire thing. The wires aren't out yet. Just boom, boom, slides right on it. Okay. Now we open up the crimper. This is the next stage. Get my buddy out here. The head of this right here. You got to make sure that the pin is all the way through, because if it's not, you're not going to get a good crimp. And what happens with a bad crimp? They fall apart. So pin's got to be all the way through. Make sure that these are aimed the same direction with the flat side on the same side. Then we stick it in here. Should be about midway. Commence to crimping. Hold the cable in there at first till it starts to get tight. Okay. Now you can crimp. Okay, one more for good luck. Okay, that's better. Okay, now you just do that. Boom. Ready for solder. Next. They're not solder, they're ready for heat shrink. So you always pull on them, make sure they're on there tight. Okay, that's it with the crimper. Next task. I'm just using this real simple Harbor Freight heat gun. Gets the job done. That's all that matters. I have about 4 different heat guns, but this is the only one I could find for some reason. Okay, here we go. I like to pull it down. I like to pull the heat shrink down to where this edge is even with that line right there on the lug. Just like that. Okay, you look close at that, see the adhesive coming out on along that edge right here and along the terminal right here, or not the terminal but the lug. Okay, here we go. Last cable. Whew. Wow. Maybe it's bad heat shrink tubing that's doing that. I don't know. But it's got that part covered. Interesting. I think I'm getting it too hot a couple times. I wonder if I can put a piece over. Yeah, I can. Okay. I'm just going to take this piece off. Just like that. Okay, let's see if that will work. Okay. That's good enough. Okay. Actually, I can go a little bit tighter on the...
And that's it. That's all 12 cables. And it doesn't mean I'm done doing crimping and heat shrinking, because I know I got a lot more of that to do. But for the battery in between cables, parallel cables, I'm done with that. As you can see, here they all are. They're all done. There's the other handful of them over here. So now it's time to see about the batteries. I changed the configuration of the batteries, so I decided to put them in because two of my cables were too short. So now I have to make two more to cross over. So I'm going to mark them. They should be identical in size, but I'm going to mark them and compare them. Okay, so that's all I got for you for this part. And yeah, I ended up making battery cables that total length was just approximately 10 inches for the short ones. I don't know if you could read that or not. And for the long ones, I think it's closer to 24 inches. Let's see if I can get that on there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that under my hand. So it's just close to 24 inches. Those are the ones that go from one bank of 3 to the other bank of 3. So 2 of these, and how many of these? 8 of these? 10 of these. 10 of these. So now I want everyone to know that it's very time consuming. It's rewarding to know that you did it, and you know, nobody could take that from you. Okay, you did it. It's your baby, and you know what you did, you know how you did it, and if there's any issues, you know where to go, where to look. Hopefully there won't be any, because you did such a great job. So anyways, yeah, my next step is to build out the battery box, or the equipment storage compartment there, to make everything fit properly, and that'll be coming up soon on another video, probably be part 2. And yeah, if you plan on doing this, if you plan on installing new battery bank with inverter and solar charging and all that, don't think you're going to do it in a day, not by yourself. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of knowledge, and even I don't know everything. You know, I'm learning as I go with the solar stuff, and so just something to know. This is all electrical. It's 12 volt and 110 AC, and so you have to know at least those 2 systems in order to make it work successfully. Okay, that's all I got. Wish you all the best of health and safe travels. Till next time, we'll see you then.